Hi, everyone. How are you doing? Welcome to our Tuesday night broadcast. I told you guys in October, because it's the harvest, we are going to talk about planting seeds and harvesting our children, growing great kids. Hi, Andy. How are you? Welcome, welcome. So good to see you. Thank you for joining me. So, we're going to talk about the seeds you need to plant in order for your children to grow healthy, strong, with great character. And you can't exactly plant seeds if you don't know what you're growing. Hi, Linda. How are you? So much love to you, Andy. I adore you. You know that. Okay. So let me tell you who I am first before we continue with what we're talking about this evening. I'm Celia, and I'm your family empowerment coach, and I'm here to empower you parents through techniques, strategies, tips, parenting hacks, all the stuff you need to fill your toolbox so that you can turn around and empower your kids, bring everybody to the same page, and really create the family that you have a vision for and that your other parent, spouse, partner, etc., have a vision for. So, and that's what this month is about. It's all about planting the necessary seeds to grow the child and the family that you're looking to have. Hi, Tony. How are you? Thank you guys for sharing. For joining me. And if you would like to share this out, by all means, I would love it. And we can spread some more of these important, agreements, because these are important agreements for any family. In fact, any relationship should have this under control and should understand the viewpoints of each partner for any relationship, really, regardless of kids, but it's really important if you have kids. And share this out. Replay viewers, give me a hashtag after party, and I thank you for hopping on, and please feel free to comment as well. Okay, so let's talk about the seeds that you need to agree on if you're two parents. And like I said, even if you're not a parent, this is vitally important, because this is where a lot of the arguments, the irritation, the divorce, a lot of this stems from these areas of concern. So the first one is your parenting methods. If you are going to decide to have children, or you already have children, you should absolutely agree on your parenting methods. You can't parent one way for one parent and another way for another parent. Children will get the totally wrong mixed message. They will learn to play one parent against each other. You have to agree on how you're going to parent. Are you the kind of dictator type? Are you an umbrella, a helicopter parent? Are you one that just is like a free range parent and the kids can do whatever they want to do? Or are you one that's really proactive, like what I inspire you to be, and you give your family an entire way of really becoming a contributing part of the family unit? And if you are one way and your other parent is another way, immediate problems. So get on the same page, talk about it, and figure out the best way you two have to parent that child. Discipline, another very important part of parenting. You have to decide if you guys agree on discipline. What if you're like a screamer and a yeller and a spanker, and you're very aggressive and you're kind of a bully, and yet your partner is like really kind of, well, we should just please them all the time. Our kids should always be happy. Quite the opposite for these two people, right? How are they going to possibly parent if that's their way of disciplining? I'm running the 7-day peaceful parenting challenge right now as we speak. It's a private, free 7-day challenge to get you to stop yelling at your kids. So if you are somebody who believes that your kids will only listen if you yell, check out the 7-day Peaceful Parenting Challenge. Message me, tell me you want information, whatever. It's never too late. Never too late, regardless of how old your kids are. And same with this. Yes, you should have decided this early on, but it's never too late to agree on the bigger picture of what your family's going to be like. 3, language. How are you going to speak? Are you married to someone who cusses all the time and just, speaks poorly about people and kind of bullies and labels people and the name caller, and you're not? And if you're married to that kind of person, is that the best person to parent a child? Probably not, because you will be destroying them with every word you speak. Okay, big one for relationship, whether you're married, you're not married, you have kids, you don't have kids, whatever your relationship is, and that is money. So before you get married, before you have kids, and if you've already had kids and you're married or not married but in a solid relationship and you guys fight over money, go get help. Because I'm telling you, if you can get on the same page with money, peace will overcome. My dear friend Kim Baker, you can look her up on Facebook. She is a budget planning genius. Genius. Look her up. She's amazing. She can help you. But get somebody who can help you so your money issue stops becoming an issue. Okay, religion. This is another big one. Got to agree on your religion. I'm Jewish. Both of my husbands are not. My first husband is Methodist, so my children were raised with Judaism and with Christianity. So they celebrate both holidays. They kind of have a blend. My stepkids, although they are all Christian, because I'm not their mommy, they still have experienced the holidays of Judaism, the celebration of Judaism, what being Jewish is all about. They've experienced because I'm their stepmommy. So, but decide on what you're going to do. If you're all one religion, you still may need to decide, are you going to church? Maybe one goes to church all the time and another one doesn't, and the other one doesn't think their child needs to go to church. And the person that goes to church decides, yes, we need to go to church. Get on the same page. Okay. Next, education. How are you going to educate your children? Are you going to homeschool them, send them to public school, send them to private school? How are you going to educate your children? And while you're there, think to the future and think, will we be sending them to college? What do we need to do? If they want to go to college, are we paying for them, or are we letting them pay for themselves, getting loans and things like that? Education is like all day for 12 to 16 to 18 to 20 years. So get on the same page with that. Are you going to preschool? What kind of preschool? Will it be a church preschool? Will it be just Joe Schmo's preschool? Get on the same page. Talk about these things. They're vitally, vitally important when raising a child, because you can't plant seeds for your children to grow and prosper and become excellent examples of character if you don't know whether you're going left or you're going right. So talk about these things with each other. Okay. What was it? Education? I'm not counting. Love. Let's talk about love. What kind of person are you? What is your language of love? Some people's language of love is gifts. Some people's language of love is helping them do things. Some people's language of love is speaking it. I love you. Showing it. Hugging, holding hands, all of that in public. What is your language of love? And what will your language of love be to your kids? If you know what your language of love is, put it in the comments. Because everybody shares their love different and everyone feels their love different. And the thing is, if you're married to someone whose language of love is, giving gifts all the time, and your language of love is merely demonstrating it, then you kind of feel like the gifts are a waste of money. And it could cause tension because they're trying to be nice and you're like, I don't need that stuff. Talk about your language of love because it will also affect your language of love to your kids. Okay, screen time. Yes, we all struggle with that with children. Video games, tablets, YouTube, TV, screen time is a mess time. You need, hi Tiffany, you need to determine how you are going to regulate screen time. Some people have no video games at all. Some people have no TV. Some people have video games, tablets, TV, but you have to limit it. You have to decide what you are going to do as they get older, as they get more involved. Will they sit there and as toddlers and have tablets all the time? Are you just going to give them a tablet? They're going to get in the car, they're going to get a tablet. They're going to sit at the dinner table, they're going to get a tablet. They're going to sit there before nap, they're going to get a tablet. They never move. They're just staring aimlessly at this tablet. Are you going to do that, or are you going to limit their time? Maybe a half hour of tablet time, a half hour of reading, an hour of playtime. Let's go outside. Let's go to a park. Then we'll come back and we'll eat, and then it's nap time. Regulate that tablet time, and it goes the same for your older kids. Your older kids, they shouldn't have free for all. Phone is screen time too. Thank you, Linda. Totally forgot. Yeah, because older kids have cell phones and they want to be on it nonstop. Do you want your older child to have a cell phone all night long? Because I'll tell you, if you give them a cell phone overnight, they will be on that cell phone and they won't be sleeping. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate you mentioning that. So everything needs to get regulated because if you just let them do it, they're bound to do it. I've read about 4 books to mine tonight and they just keep going. Okay, so Tiffany, have them pick out the books. Little sidetrack, guys. Sidetrack for all of you that keep going. Have them pick out the books, whatever limit you want. I mean, it could be 2 books, be 3 books. Maybe you have 4 kids and they each pick out 1. Maybe you have 2 kids, they each pick out 1. Or maybe you take turns. Tonight is Tuesday. It is Johnny's turn to pick out the book we're going to read. And then, guys, that is it. Tiffany, no more, one more. They will one more you to death. It's done. This is what's decided. The end. You can sing a little song, give a little snuggle, out the door, lights out. Don't give in to the one more, or they will one more you for everything. 1 more sip of water, 1 more hug, 1 more kiss, 1 more story. It'll go on for an hour. No more 1 mores. I just had to take my oldest phone away. She was still talking. Yes, I'm telling you, you know what? Overnight, guys, I really advise you to take those phones away because I know if my grandson, when he would sleep here, if he had his phone, I'd walk into his room at like 2 in the morning and there he'd be on his phone. And then he'd wake up 6 in the morning exhausted. And I was like, the phone goes here with Gam on until you wake up in the morning. So yes, good, Tiffany, glad. Okay, so I got screen time. Next thing, nutrition. Hugely, we drink water. Drink lots of water. You know I always drink water. I really love water and coffee. Water and coffee, that's what I love. Who loves water and coffee? Give me a high, a hand, an emoji. I just love water and coffee. Okay, sidetrack. All right, back to nutrition. Are you the type of person that you don't care how you eat? You're going to eat the more junk, the better, the more garbage, the better. Or are you kind of person that wants to be healthy, wants their family to be healthy, wants to eat good foods? Not to say you can't have a good Big Mac once in a while, but you don't want to do that on a regular occasion. I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you a family that I was, whose son I was doing, we're super good in the nutrition department. Yay! So I had a son as a client that I was doing personal training for, and he was doing great, and he was losing tons of weight and really firming up his body, and he was working incredibly hard. Good, Linda, drink more water. He was working so hard, and I was talking to his mother, and before I ever take a client on for personal training that's a child, I always talk to their parents to see what they normally eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, snacks, etc., etc. Do they eat sodas? Do they eat out, etc.? So he's doing great. And he said to me after we got started with the personal training, he said to me, he said, I really have some problems at home. And I said, what? And he said, I try to eat really healthy, but my dad brings in potato chips and Fritos. He loves Fritos. He's always buying chips. He buys a lot of garbage. There's candy. And it's hard for me to, not eat some of that stuff. So there it is. There's a whole family. The mom's trying to keep him healthy. He is working his tail off to stay healthy. And here's dad bringing in as much junk food as he can bring into the house. So really get on track. Team up on the way you are going to feed your family. Okay, one more sip of water. We're on the last one. It is just delicious. It's delicious. Okay, habits and lifestyle. So why is habits and lifestyle so important? Because you are the role model for your children. And if your habits are, well, I'm just taking my clothes, I'm leaving them all over the floor. If that is your habit, that will become your children's habit. If your lifestyle is, I come home, I sit on the couch, I pop a beer, and I sit there for the next 4 hours till I go to bed. If that is your habit, that will become your children's habit. If your habit is, okay, we eat dinner, we go for a walk, we talk, we come back, we play games together, some board games, and then we settle down, we get ready for bed and go through our bedroom routine. If that is your habit, that will become your children's habit. So what is your habits? Are you a very responsible, dependable person? Do you demonstrate that to your kids? Do you keep the place as tidy as possible, letting everybody pick up their area so it doesn't get overwhelmed with schmutz? What are your habits? Do you smoke a lot of cigarettes? Do you drink a lot? Because I guarantee you, if you smoke a lot and drink a lot, your kids will too. I've had millions of people tell me, well, just because I smoke cigarettes doesn't mean my kids will. Yes, it does. I would bet $1,000 that if you smoke cigarettes, your kids will smoke cigarettes. I'm that sure. I will bet $1,000 that if you're sitting around drinking all weekend long, your children will also sit around drinking all weekend long. Children learn what they live. They learn what you are doing, not what you are saying. You could say, smoking is really bad for you. I'm trying to quit. Smoking is really bad for you. And yet you go day after day after day after day and you smoke constantly. Your children will never hear the smoking is really bad for you, because how bad can it be? Their mother or father smokes all the time. They're not dead yet. Remember, kids think they're invincible. They have no idea how easily they could pass away, how easily their life could be altered from a tragedy. So really do what you say and say what you do. Have integrity. Live yourself a life full of integrity. Breakfast. Oh, let's see what Tiffany eats for breakfast. Breakfast, oatmeal, peanut butter, egg whites. AM snack, a protein shake, and a small bag of chips. Lunch, shrimp and baby kale and spinach with mandarin oranges. Tiffany, that sounds amazing. Then my pre and post workout meal and dinner veggie burger, more kale and spinach and sandwich thin. Woo! I love it. I know I drink a lot. I eat a lot of kale too. I put kale. I have a smoothie that's full of so much. My smoothie in the morning is full of every vegetable I have in my house. Usually kale, mushroom, zucchini, carrots, and celery. That's usually what's in my smoothie unless I'm out of something. Then I add in fresh fruit, whatever I have, which is also usually a banana because it makes it creamy. And I can't even think. Oranges, whatever I have in the house. I can't even name things because lots of time melon, if I have watermelon or whatever, that goes in there. Sunflower seeds go in there. Pumpkin seeds go in there. My liquid vitamins, because my vitamins are in liquid form. Bee propolis, which is like a, how do I describe it? It's like a very raw form of what you would consider honey to be, but it's not as sweet as honey, and it contains all the nutrients of bee honey. And water with every meal. In between, I don't drink, and I did have my yes, and a banana too for breakfast, yes. And so all of that goes in my smoothies. Oh, and egg whites. So if you buy pasteurized egg whites in the carton, if they are pasteurized, they are 100% safe to eat raw. So I won't drink it, but I add it to my smoothie. And that's my protein along with my seeds, because I usually go teach for a couple hours and I'm exercising for a few hours straight. I do always have coffee. I love coffee. And guys, here's a little food hack. If you have bananas that have gotten too ripe and they're really brown, peel them. Don't forget to peel them. Stick them in a Ziploc bag and freeze them. Number one, they're great in smoothies instead of adding ice, because they add creaminess. And you can make ice cream out of them, which is I like to call nice cream, by putting them in a blender with about a half a cup of almond milk, rice milk, cashew milk, whatever your favorite is, and blend it up. And you have ice cream. It's amazing. You can add fresh fruit. You can add your favorite toppings. Delicious. Kids like it. Don't know that. Yes, Tiffany. So that it has to be in the carton, not broken out of the egg. Once they're pasteurized, like milk and anything else that gets pasteurized, they are 100% safe to eat raw. Now, I would feel that it's gross to eat it raw, but in my smoothie, I have so much in my smoothie. The last thing you taste is an egg white. Yes, frozen bananas. They are amazing and super fun. And the kids can make their own like little ice cream with it. And it's amazing. It's amazing how they just turn into ice cream. Now, if you don't like bananas, guys, I will tell you, it does taste a little like bananas. Why? Because it is a banana. So, but you can top it. You can add, chocolate sauce. If your kids like nuts, add nuts, raisins, strawberries, get frozen blueberries, put them in, blend them in, mix them, all kinds of stuff. And keep frozen fruit in your freezer, because if you are, making like a seltzer or something like that, instead of using ice cubes, use frozen fruit. It adds nutrition to it, great flavor, and they're frozen fruit. Make sure there's not sugar added at all. And if you're making a spritzer, I don't know how we veered off on the meal. We make frozen banana bites with cinnamon and peanut butter. Whoa, Tiffany, I have to get some of your recipes. They sound amazing. So to make a spritzer, put, it got close to my mouth. I had to drink it. A third of the cup should be 100% fruit juice. The rest of the cup is seltzer, club soda, or sparkling water, which are all kind of the same. And you blend it up. It tastes just like a soda, but more delicious and healthier. Put some frozen fruit in it. Put a little umbrella in the straw or in the top, a little party umbrella. It's a party. Your kids will love making it. And what a fun thing. And if you wind up saying, we got to stop drinking so much soda, what a great way to get your kids off of soda and onto something much more refreshing, much healthier, and much more fun. There's a party in my spritzers. Okay. So, those are the things you need to get on the same page with when you are parenting, because you can't plant seeds if you don't know what you're growing. That's my quote for the day. Maybe I'll put it in my feed. You can't plant seeds if you don't know what you're growing. So get on the same page with all these things: parenting methods, discipline, language, money, religion, education, love, screen time, nutrition, and your habits and lifestyle. Is it okay to share recipes in the group? Absolutely. Yes, 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 yes. And that will inspire me to share more. Share mine too. Yes, Tiffany, by all means. I would be thrilled with that. So, guys, if you got recipes to share them. Get on the same page. Hopefully, you do opt to eat healthy. It's a matter of life and death, honestly. So, keep raising those kids. Friday night at 10 o'clock, guys. This week we are going live I'm going live at 10 o'clock, not 9. So if you go on 9 and I'm not there, go, oh yeah, 10. And we're talking about more planting seeds, raising a leader, not a follower. You don't want to raise a follower. Why? Because they follow people. They're like little lemmings. And you don't want kids, as they get older and become teenagers, to just follow the crowd. You want them thinking for themselves. So Friday night at 10 p.m., we're talking about raising a leader. So that's it, guys. If you're not in Pumped Up Parenting on Facebook, by all means, guys, please join. If you're on Periscope or YouTube and you're not on Facebook and my friend, I would love to be your friend. So feel free to friend me. You can even send me a little message. I watch you go live. Connect with me. And then pop into Pumped Up Parenting, okay? We have lots of fun, exciting stuff going on. An amazing VIP group for very intentional parents. The 7-day parenting challenge is currently running. So if you can get in now before it's, too late for this session. But I'll be running another one after. And guys, get ready for Black Friday. I'm going to blow you away with a special offer. In the meantime, guys, as always, I wish you days filled with peace, love, and lots of laughter. It really is the best medicine. Hi, Keith. Thank you for putting my quote in. And I'll see you all next time right here on Facebook, on Periscope, on YouTube, and around the web. Bye, everyone.